Lesson 2.4, Day 2. This video is going to focus on problem 2. Write an equation given 2 points. So it tells us a line passes through the ordered pair 3, 2 and the ordered pair 5, 8. What is an equation of the line in point-slope form? Okay, so in order to put something in point-slope form, you need a point and you need a slope. Well, we don't have a slope here. We just have 2 points. So, what do we need to do is find the slope between those 2 points using our y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 formula. I'm going to come up and label my points so I don't make any careless mistakes. This will be my x sub 1, this is my y sub 1, this is my x sub 2, this is my y sub 2. Now I'm plugging in. I'm going to have 8 minus 2 and then 5 minus 3. So I'm going to have 6 over 2, so my slope is going to equal 3. I'm not going to circle that. That's not the final answer. Alright, so we have a slope. Now I'm going to pick a point. Alright, I'm going to pick this. I can pick either one of these. I'm going to pick that point and plug it in the point slope form. Alright, it does not matter which one you pick. You'll still get, you'll still end up with a right answer. So we have y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So we're plugging in for our y sub 1 and our x sub 1. So we have y minus, my y sub 1 is 2, equals my m, which is 3, times x minus x sub 1 is 3. So we have y minus 2. Well, no, I don't have to go any further. Didn't have to clean anything up there. This now is finished and in point slope form. Alright, now I want you to get extra practice. You're going to be doing this in your homework as well. Take point slope, plug in the point slope intercept form. So y minus 2 equals 3 times x minus 3. You're going to distribute the 3. So you have y minus 2 equals 3x minus 9. Add 2 to both sides. So you have y equals 3x minus 7. And there's your answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, I want to do another example problem. So if you can find some extra space on your sheet to add this in. Alright, so we're given 2 points again, negative 5, 0 and 0, 7. And we want to put this into point slope form. Well, we have 2 points, but we don't have a slope. So we need to find the slope using our y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 formula. I'm going to label the points so you don't make a careless mistake. This is going to be my x sub 1, this is my y sub 1, this is my x sub 2, this is my y sub 2. Okay, go ahead and plug in now. So I have 7 minus my y sub 1, which is 0, all over 0 minus a negative 5. The double negative becomes a positive, so 7/5 is the slope. I'm going to pick now a point. I can pick either one, but I'm going to pick this first one here and now plug in the point slope form. So y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Remember, we're plugging in for the y sub 1 and the x sub 1. So my y sub 1 is 0. My slope is 7/5. And then x minus my x sub 1 is a negative 5. Alright, I have y minus 0. Well, y minus 0 is just y. And that's going to equal 7/5 and then x plus 5. So there is point slope form. Again, I want you to get practice in putting in the slope intercept form. Right, because really, again, we use point slope in order to convert into slope intercept. And we do that because it's easier to graph an equation of a line in slope intercept form. So now we're going to distribute the 7/5 to the x and to the 5. So we're left with y equals 7/5 x plus 7. And there's your answer in slope-intercept form. Alright, we're going to finish by talking about parallel and perpendicular lines. So parallel lines, when we're talking about parallel lines, we're talking about two lines that won't intersect. I think by now you guys know what parallel lines are. Now the equation of parallel lines, though, they have the same slope. Alright, so if I was to write the equation y equaling 6x plus 3 and y equaling 6x plus 5, these are going to be parallel lines because the slopes are the same. Okay, if I have y equals negative 7x minus 1, and I have y equaling negative 7x plus 3. Okay, these are parallel lines, again, because they have the same slope. Alright, with perpendicular lines, their slopes, they're not the same, but they are the opposite reciprocals of each other. Alright, and so the opposite reciprocal, what does that mean? The opposite means you take the opposite sign. So for instance, if I have 7, the opposite of that would be negative 7. What's the opposite reciprocal of 7? It would be negative 1/7. So remember, 7 we can write as 7 over 1, and the reciprocal means that you're flipping the numerator and the denominator. Alright, so if I have negative 1/3, what's the opposite reciprocal going to be? It's just going to be positive 3, or 3 over 1. Right, because I'm flipping the numerator and the denominator, and I'm taking the opposite sign. So some examples of equations that are perpendicular to each other. We can say y equaling 6x plus 3 and y equaling, well, what's the opposite reciprocal of 6? It's going to be negative, so 6 can be written as 6 over 1. The reciprocal is going to be 1/6. So the opposite reciprocal is negative 1/6. And then it doesn't really matter what your y-intercept is. So we'll just say minus 1. Alright, and then we can also say y equaling 1/3 x plus 2. That equation right there would be perpendicular to, let's say, y equaling opposite reciprocal of 1/3. So switch the numerator and the denominator. So you're going to get 3 over 1 or 3, and then take the opposite, so negative 3. And then let's say plus, I don't know, plus 8. Okay? Alright, so this wraps up lesson 2.4.